What's he doing? Oh, I jumped. What? No! Hello, ladies and gents. I am Mr. SNS, and welcome back to It Moves. Hopefully the audio actually works this time. Yeah. This episode, I think it's the abyss we are in. There's some fishies. Can I interact? Nope. I spent the last little bit trying to mess around with my microphone again. Trying to see if I can get good microphone quality for this game. And just in general. I downloaded a thing called Voice Mod. I wanted to, admittedly, yes, I wanted to play with, audio editing stuff. Or live voice changing, more specifically. Give me a second. And, yeah, it ended up, taking over my whole microphone, and I wanted to make a video really badly, and I didn't know how to turn it off. Or, deactivating it didn't work, and all this other stuff, so I was like, fine. I refused to subscribe to have a membership anyway, so. Looks like I can't interact with that much. Now, I'm gonna just go down the barrel of this thing. Is that my dad? What? Is that the dad? Hold on. You all saw that, right? That was... Oh, I can't go past that. Now, some of you, I've noticed, at least on the internet, I don't know about my subscribers specifically, or viewers, but there's this thing going around called submechanophobia. Drain water and remove diving gear. Yeah, sure. And submechanophobia... I guess it's the fear of man-made objects underwater. So, submarines or... park animatronics. There's a lot of those that were, in the water. Who's that? Oh, look at those jellyfish. Those are, the fat ones that you find in Antarctica. Some really weird stuff. Read logbook? Yes. Oh, wow. I don't know what happened. My microphone shut off. My goodness. I don't know what's happening to my microphone, but it's just shutting off, and it's driving me insane. I read, this entire page without realizing that it got cut off, so... Anyway, we're reading all of this. Buckle down, kids. We're gonna read a book. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I am now working in a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Mariana Trench. I have always wondered why I was afraid, and reached a simple conclusion. The true fear represented here is actually going down beneath the surface of water into the depths. It's a combination of all the most common fears. 1. The fear of the dark. When you're at the bottom of water, you can't see anything. It's pitch black. Have you ever tried to swim as far down in a lake as you can? It gets really dark and cold fast, about 10 feet down. But even that's nothing compared to the deepest point of the entire crust of the Earth. Located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is 30,000 plus feet. If you put Mount Everest at the bottom of the trench, The top of the mountain would still be over a mile below the surface of the ocean. Everything below you is complete darkness, and this definitely plays into the collective fear of the dark. Sorry, I'm watching my microphone as I do this. 2. Fear of suffocating. Have you ever gotten to the point where you swam down to too far in a swimming pool, and you sincerely considered the fact that you might not make it back to the top before you ran out of breath? Sorry. If you've ever been roughhousing as a kid with blankets and pillows, and you accidentally got pinned down inside a sleeping bag or something, and you got to that point where laughter temporarily turns into screaming, you know what a scary concept not being able to breathe is. Even if you have scuba gear with you down in that deep dark abyss, there's a chance a valve could pop out, or you could run out of oxygen. You can't see, and you can't really take a deep breath. Could it get worse? Yes. 3. Fear of the unknown. There are over 1 million species of creatures in the ocean, and scientists estimate there are an additional 9 million species yet to be discovered. That means we only even know what 11% of creatures in the ocean are. Most of the beings in the ocean are things mankind has never even seen or heard of. Who knows what could be down there? Think about a time when you were walking in a dimly lit basement trying to find something. All of a sudden, something brushes against the back of your neck. They become airborne, similar to a frightened cat, and instantly turn around and shine their flashlights to see what it was. It's never anything actually scary. No, in my case, it's, you're walking up, you're leaving the basement, you're going upstairs, and then, you're just walking up the stairs and you're just fine, but then all of a sudden, for no reason, you're sprinting, and, just with sheer terror, as if something is chasing you, Anyway, but in deep water, it's always something scary. It's dark, you can barely breathe, and something just touched you. You have no idea where they just went. But there is more to fear, I'm afraid. 4. Fear of flying insects. Imagine that as you're walking along, all of the beetles and scorpions crawling along the ground, and huge black hairy spiders are hidden from view in the cracks, and the slimy worms and snakes that are burrowed beneath the ground simultaneously started flying anywhere they wanted. That is what the bottom of the sea without water would look like. For the strange creatures underwater, there is no up or down. Even the manliest men, even though they appear to be calm, quickly tense up and become filled with a secret fear that the bug might land on their eyeball or fly into their mouth. And that's why men try so hard to kill them. Unfortunately, in deep water, you can't see any of the undiscovered freakish flying creatures that brush past your body as you grasp at your suffocating throat. Number 5, fear of being caught. Imagine that you're running from a bear. You will be eaten if you are caught, and it doesn't help that bears can run faster sideways than the fastest man can run forward. When you're at the bottom of the sea, everything that is around you was built to move in water. If something truly frightening, like a shark or a giant squid, caught sight of you, you could turn the other way and flail about all you want, but the monster will catch you with you in a split second. The monster will catch up with you in a split second. You can't get away from anything. even if you had the wherewithal to see and breathe, you couldn't run from danger. It would simply find you and devour you. There are lots of places that I wouldn't want to be, such as trapped in a burning house or alone in the vacuum of space, but in the burning house at least I can see, and in space at least there aren't any creatures that could get me. There are no other places in the universe that combine as many common fears as 7 miles down the surface of the Pacific Ocean. It is because of the combination of all these fears that I am so horrified by deep water. Okay. Checking on my mic. It didn't go out that whole time, so that's something. The other thing he didn't really talk about is just the fact that, look at these jellyfish. Those are real jellyfish. That actually might be a stock image. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks very much like an actual species of jellyfish. They're weird looking, aren't they? The deeper you go, the freakier the things are that you're gonna see. Okay, I guess we're gonna follow him. And in this case, they're giant. Why are they giant? Oh shoot, that's an anglerfish. Okay, I think some of these are stock photos, because I had when I was little, I had a book of deep sea creatures, and these jellyfish were in there in this exact pose of this anglerfish was there. That's called a warty anglerfish. What's he doing? Oh, I jumped. What? No! Kid, what are you doing? Is that a Sarlacc pit? Or a Sarlacc pit? What's he doing? What is that? Oh! Oh, what is that? I can't swim. Ah! He's coming. Like I said, I'm not afraid of deep water, or really just the ocean at all. But I will admit, to see something like that underneath me in total darkness is just the worst idea ever. So that was a short dream, but the journal made it long. What if it was asleep? This song is creepy. It hadn't so much as breathed since I'd woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got to me. That it finally got me. That I was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was toying with me. After all, it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress, with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off. Savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustered every ounce of courage I could. Oh man, it's... I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. The noises are humanoid, and that's what's creepy about it. The fact that it's not just a roar, or a growl, or a bark. This thing sounds like a person. That's what's freaky. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but my hand moved the blanket. It brushed against something. But as my hand moved against the blanket, it brushed against something. Something smooth and cold. Something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must now have known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately large bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder as it had grabbed me in my sleep. Oh! I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I ever so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hands in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. Is there a person? Is that a person? Like, I'm wondering if there's like a weird person in his bed or something. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wonder to this very day what it would have felt like. My goodness, it moved. Ooh. Chapter 7. Hostia? Hostia? Not sure what that means. Whoa. Okay. Well, hopefully my mic hasn't cut out. Nope, it's good. Yeah. That was interesting. That was an interesting chapter. I like that one. It was underwater. It's creepy. Pretty creepy. And then, yeah, the humanoid noises. And the fact that the things he describes are kind of humanoid. I don't know. That's weird. Dude, just, I don't know. I don't know what I would do here. I'd probably call the cops or something. But, yeah, this is getting pretty interesting. I don't know how much longer this game is, but I think we're kind of nearing the end, sadly. But I'm waiting for kind of the revelation as to what this actually is. I like how it keeps it vague, how it says that he doesn't even know today what it looked like, because it puts an image in your head as to what it could have been. So I don't know, you don't know. It's pretty neat. Anyway, I'm gonna save. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please give this video a like, comment down below, and click that subscribe button. Thank you much for watching. Goodbye.